Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at this brand new set from Lego. This is the Super Mario Piranha plant. I love the way this thing looks. This is set number 71426 and it has 540 pieces. So it's a pretty small set. It doesn't have a lot of parts to it, but I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not even that huge of a Mario fan as far as the Lego sets go, but I like this because I love Venus flytraps and that's what that reminds me of. And it also reminds me of Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors, if you're familiar with that character, and it just looks really neat. So it should be a pretty easy build, not a very a big set really. It came out on November 6th of 2023. Has a few little moving parts on here, I think, and there's one little surprise down in there. All right, so let's take a look at it when it's all built. And here it is all finished, and oh man, I really loved this build. It was a lot of fun. Didn't take long to put together. It's a relatively simple kit, but I just think it looks cool when it's finished. I'll give you some close-ups here in just a minute and show you some of the things that it can do as far as like movement. It doesn't have a whole lot of features, but it has one hidden feature that I thought was cool, featuring these coins, which I didn't know it had on there because there was nothing mentioned about it on the box. This pipe was really fun to build, and so was this part of it. So let me show you what it looks like up close. Most of the parts were spent building this pipe section. There's a big core area in there, and then it's all sideways construction. I really like how smooth the whole thing turned out. You don't have any studs showing. I like when Lego can make their sets look more like a model versus a Lego set. And so there's a whole bunch of these pieces here, and there was some pieces in here that I've not seen before as far as like the way they were shaped. Let's see if I can kind of show you. These ones down here, these curved bits on this part right here. I don't know if some of these parts are new or if I just haven't seen them before, which is probably the case. But it's really neat. I love how smooth it is. Now the leaves here are pretty neat. They have the ability to kind of pose them in different ways. You can bend them more like in the middle section. Also you can turn them like this. So you can make it look in kind of any direction you want. If you want to bring them all the way up there, you can. Bring them forward, bring them back. That's what the underside looks like. It's all nice and smooth. A couple of hinges are what makes that work. And there's a ball joint right in there. And then of course we have the awesome head of it. This was really fun to build. I like those lips. It was really neat the way they did it. Juicy lips as it was described by the creators of the set. These are printed corner bits right here for the dots. I'm glad that those were printed. Usually on a curved piece like that, Lego will put a curve in it. Here's where you can see the ball joint in here so that you can make the mouth open and close. And then on the front here, I'll show you what it looks like. You can see the teeth. I love the teeth. I love the little tongue down inside of here. That was really neat. It's like one of those curved pieces or round pieces, and then there's a tile in the center. And it was kind of ingenious the way these teeth are kind of built inside of there. Very, very cool. And it's got a nice tight hinge in there using those ball joints so that you can kind of pose it in whatever way you want. And it's smooth. It's like a really smooth action right there. You can see how the teeth interlock inside there. It's really neat. Now the one part I didn't particularly care for is back here they got this ball joint to kind of hold the head on. And that's all well and good because it allows for posing up and down. And then on the front here you can kind of see it where you can turn it side to side like that. And that's great, but unfortunately they didn't use the same kind of ball joint tightness as they did for the mouth right in that section. This thing is so loose that it doesn't hold up the weight of the head, and you can kind of see how it just kind of sits here like that. So that's kind of a bummer. And then another cool thing is that it can pivot. So it's got this piece down inside here. I'm not sure you can see that quite right, but it's like a black section in there. And there's a pivoting piece that allows you to angle this like downward and then also back like this. I think it should go back just a little bit more than it does. And when it leans forward, you're kind of scared it's going to tip over because it is front heavy and can tip over really easy. So I usually end up leaving it as far back as I can get it to go, but it's still pretty cool. The interior of the mouth was surprisingly complex when I was putting that part together. I was kind of shocked at how much parts were used to make that, both on the top and the bottom. Of course, the tongue covers that part of it. But it's a lot of Technic pieces in there. But it was a lot of fun to build, and as you're building it, you're just kind of taken aback by how complex it is. Now there's another really cool feature in here. Now on the bottom, there's a little slot down in there, and that's where these coins come into play. So you get these nice little coin pieces. They're like little tiles that are printed. And then you just drop these down inside that little slot behind the plant, like right here and right here. I kind of wish they gave you more of these. And then you're probably wondering, how the heck do you get them out of there? Because once they're in there, they fall down inside that pipe. So on the bottom here, you'll notice that there is this little black door. Now there's this hidden little button right here. You'd never know it was there, but it's right here. And when you push it, the little door opens up, and then the coins drop out. You can see there's a big compartment down inside there. It's really neat. So see how that's been pushed in? So you just push this back up, and it locks it back into place and stays right there. So once again, you can drop these in here. And then to get them out, just push that little button on the bottom, and there they go. That's really neat. There was no mention on the box that it had this feature, so I like when Lego can put some kind of moving feature into these kind of sets like that. It's really, really cool. So this set retails for $60, which is, I don't know about that price, 60 bucks. I kind of wish this was more around the $50 or even $45 mark, because I kind of think that for what you get here, 60 is kind of a lot. I'm sure you're paying for the Mario license as well. But I don't know. I'm not sure how popular this set's going to be. I was at the Lego store today and they had quite a few of these, and they just came out today, so it's not like they were selling out. But then again, on the website they were sold out, and as of the making of this video, they were on back order, so who knows. I guess your mileage may vary on where you're getting it, but I like it. I think it's a cool set. Even though I'm not a big Mario fan, I just like the plant itself. I think it looks cool. I think it's a cool looking thing. I just wish it was a little bit cheaper. So if you're not in a big hurry to get it, hopefully it'll go on sale. I'm sure it probably will. A lot of times you'll find these kind of things on sale on Amazon, but it usually takes a few months to get to that point. But I really like the feature with these coins. I thought that was really neat to be able to drop those down inside there. And I do wish they'd give you some more of these. They don't give you quite enough of these. I would like maybe 2 or 3 more of them. That'd be kind of nice, because there's plenty of room down inside there to hold them, that's for sure. And I am noticing that even this ball joint is starting to weaken a little bit. See how that's going down here? So the tolerance on that is just not quite as tight as it used to be. So I don't know. I will say that I kind of find that sometimes Lego's always been kind of the most premium brick building product that you can buy, but I've noticed that they're starting to slack a little bit on quality on certain things. The printing, like these white dots, you can kind of see how the red is showing through because they're not printing it dark enough, or they're not putting enough ink in there, and then stuff like this kind of going on. So I don't know if it's just because Lego's starting to get a little lazy, or maybe their quality's going down a little bit, or they're trying to cut back a little bit, but they better be careful, because these other companies, I've shown them on this channel before, the other brands of brick building things, and they're coming out with some really amazing stuff, and everything is printed on their stuff, and there's no stickers on any of it. So if they can do it, I don't know why Lego can't do it, but at least with this set, there is no stickers. All right, well, anyway, I think it's a cool set regardless of all of that stuff, and I just wish it was cheaper, but other than that, it's a really neat looking thing. So if you're a Mario fan, or you just like it because you like this kind of a thing, then it's definitely up your alley. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it, and until the next video, I will see you then. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.